The baby boomer generation is generally defined as those born after World War II and before 1964. The first waves of baby boomers grew up in the 50s and 60s, the glory years of the American working class and the U.S. of A. Baby boomer president's number is 3. Presidents Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, and Barack. Oh damn it. Obama. This is narrator, Mr. Data Lisps, again unfortunately working for our A-Ray. I wish this economy would vastly improve. Well, Mr. Ray compiled some pictures that he has borrowed from Google and other virtual places. He has compiled these images and some of his entertaining provocative thoughts as a tribute to our ancestors and our lifetime friends of CruiseVWCounty. Man, this is lame thus far. Couldn't he just have written a script to describe each photo? Anyway. I just finished watching a February 1955 episode of I've Got a Secret, with Variety host Ed Sullivan being one of the contestants. I remember watching the Ed Sullivan Show from near birth until its ending in 1971. He nearly always had a really big and really good show. If one of guest acts were not yet in the national limelight, they soon would be, once they were performed live and well on his stage. Well, as one famous late likable president always said. Let me get back to the 1955 episode of I've Got a Secret. Since I was just 3 years old when this aired, I don't remember this episode. However, the Ed Sullivan Show aired for another 16 years. March 28, 1971 was the last recorded show and last broadcast was June 28, 1971. The events of the World War II and later, plus the television shows of the 50s and early 60s unified this country into greatness that had been recognized around the world. In the mid-60s, Hollywood started to stretch the menu of programming from the polite white middle-class model families to more realistic American types of families. It's the same as the old jungle saying, monkey sees, monkey does. Well, there he goes again. Yes, Hollywood may be a contributing factor of our demise. However, I do believe that the problem may be a bit more complex. The events of the 40s, 50s and 60s were quite unique and they are not repeatable. Removal of the Hollywood influence of this time period and the great U.S. stature would have shrunk considerably. The U.S. culture was based on free speech. Today the political correctness police have trampled our rights of free speech from the real public world. Now we only have the use of virtual free speech, which is also very dangerous for our foreign policy. The vocal self-righteous pious asinine fools have shamed the great silent majority to observe PC, no not a frickin' personal computer, but to be constantly politically correct. The practice of extreme enforcement of PC leads to the lowering of the masses' social IQ, thereby encouraging rage, anger and perhaps acts of violence, or terrorist acts. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never harm me. The sentiment of the last sentence is fortunately not achievable. This sentiment is an ideal. We will have become something other than human should it be fulfilled. However, it should be understood that I am a proud Anglo-Saxon American, so you can call me just about anything except a traitor, socialist, communist, fascist, Nazi, or a Klansman. Yes, I am somewhat a bigot. The genie has been left out of the bottle. Realistically, there can be no return to our former greatness. This demand of politically correctness has put great strains of stress upon our citizens. America today is greatly fractured into several groups unwilling to compromise on their beliefs or opinions no matter how real, factual or trivial the beliefs. America's reasoning IQ is stuck at 0. Well, I see more than a page of rambling of one old fart's thoughts have been splattered on my PC's display. And not a coherent plan is described from the mind of the old crazed fart. May God give you the power to gain something from this narrative. I will now begin my closing and bless you a fair goodbye. But it is only natural that birds of a feather fly together. However, sometimes an eagle must eat crow. Forrest Gump gave me the last 2 lines. Now you know the rest of the story. This is our A-Ray saying have a good day. Or, where America's day begins, Hoffa Day. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Did Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled peppers? If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? I have a lisps. Do believe that professional readers are well worth a minor extra expense to place a polished finish to your audio products. Unless your product is lame like this. Thank you for your attention. Anyways, just end. Mr. Ray handed some more of his crap. I am a proud Anglo-Saxon American, so you can call me just about anything except a traitor, socialist, communist, fascism, Nazi, or a Klansman. Unfortunately, The American obsession of PC has nearly destroyed our American culture of cohesion of community unity. So be careful of what you call my brother. He may be a wannabe Republican that has been cuddled and baited for too many years. He could go post tall.
A baby boomer's presidential prayer. Hello, my name is R.A. Ray, and this is my prayer. I, the American working boomer, once I flew with eagles. Now I wait to slither with earthworms, although I still intake breaths of life. Born under the ring of Truman, raised under the giants of Eisenhower, Kennedy, and Johnson. Awakened under Nixon, Ford, and Carter. Broken under Reagan and Bush. Buried by Hillary and Hillary Clinton. Please, Lord, reincarnate Harry S. Amen. Have a good day. Could I have another drink, please? Hey, bud, another PBR here. At least we didn't get gored. No bushwhacked again. Oh, Obama. I'm a maverick.
The description about this slideshow will now be presented for the people not familiar of cruising Main Street van word in the 60s and early 70s. The first 7 slides are quite intuitive from the first introduction. The next slide is a beautiful blue 1963 Ford Galaxy 500. My car was a 1963 and half. 1963 was a recession year. Ford offered their first fastback, hoping to increase sales. CKLW, the Big 8, from Detroit, Windsor was the rock and roll top 40 station to cruise with. However, around 1968 the Texas station with its 5 million watt Mexican transmitter overpowered the Big 8. So WOW became the cruising station. Besides, I worked there for the summer of 1972. The slides after the WOW radio station, up to the Miss Little Red Riding Hood slide is to honor my home school and town for nurturing me. 2 slides prior to the Miss Little Red Riding Hood is the Ohio State Police Office. They tested and issued the driver's license. The Marsh Foundation House is the slide before Little Red Riding Hood. Now any cool cruiser knows that it is not cool to be seen cruising before night time. So the cool VW cruiser would check out the bowling alleys for any activity. If there was nothing of interest at either of Van Wert's alleys, the cruiser would swing into the corral until darkness fell. After dusk the cool cruiser would head north to start the cruise, avoiding the vices of brewski, booze, and nicotine. After the Mr. Entertainer the cruiser would head west towards the Dum or perhaps the Brook. The process would continue with snap breaks to about 11 or later. On occasion, there were dances hosted at the fairgrounds, so the cruiser may have diverted from the standard route from time to time. The remaining slides are other county or near locations of interest. Have a good day. Goodbye.